can use that conversation to talk about price.
Why they're not going to get top dollar.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. It validates your price. And she
hand.
asked me today, well, if I have that wallpaper taken down, how does that influence my price?
Right.
I said it influences how fast your home will
Big.
sell,
Big.
and that is important to you because it's the main entranceway, and you know yourself. And I talked about her popcorn ceilings there. That's why I didn't. And I said to her, I did
Give
say
it a
to
low
her,
blow, man.
I did. I said, because I had a perfect opportunity. You want to know why? Because I had my trend sheets there, and the home that took a long time to sell had popcorn ceilings.
Look at
So
that.
I said, well, you'll see it has popcorn ceilings like you do here and in the dining room. Their whole house doesn't have it like this place
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And I said, like you do here, and it's not, you know, what everybody's choosing, and instead of me having to say you didn't order that at your, because that was my backup to say, did you order this at your new place? She said out loud, I know it's not as modern, so
Right.
I let her fill that in.
Right, and when you talk about the things that need to be done that they can't do, then, you know, you can say, if the home is, you know, going to show extremely well and be ready to go, then we could absolutely get top dollar for your home.
Right.
But if we have these challenges, it's going to make the home stay on the market longer, which means we're eventually going to end up reducing the price anyways, or a buyer's going to come in and they're going to negotiate really hard because they've seen that the house has been sitting on the market for multiple months. So rather than go through that process and let your home just sit on the market and we go through this lengthy time, let's price it right from the start. So you take your $200,000 price that you were going to go in with if everything was done and the house was pristine, and you start at $190,000 price if that's, you know, what needs to be done to get it sold. So I'm going to get you the most amount of money in the best, you know, in the shortest amount of time that suits your needs. If you're okay with the house being on the market for 6 months, well, then we can do that, but I guarantee you we're probably in that period of time going to end up reducing the price, or a buyer's going to negotiate much harder. So why not just get it sold?
A great analogy too is on my Saddlebrook opportunity, underneath all the clutter are absolutely disgusting rugs. And you can tell the pad's not bad, but you know, the home's just not been cleaned forever. And they need to be replaced. And so they did have a net. He had used his home as an ATM machine, so even though he's 85, he's only going to net about $15,000 from the sale. And I said to them, they said, well, we were going to just maybe try to clean them. I said, well, you can try to clean them, but if somebody walks in, when somebody walks in and they see that it needs new carpets, the new carpets, I'm going to give you a vendor's name, you know, I'm going to email that to you, and you can get an estimate for the carpets, because your carpet price is probably going to be about $3,000. But somebody making an offer because you need new carpets is going to reduce the price 20 grand.
Right.
Because they're inconvenienced, they don't want to shop for it, and oh my gosh, these carpets are going to cost us $1 million. So that is a great way of explaining the value of doing the repairs. It helps you retain maximum market price.
I assume that they were probably like, well, they went, one day they said, you know, definitely educate your sellers as to what they need to be doing in order to get the top dollar, and then the very next session it was like, don't worry, don't get bogged down, just sell the damn thing, and you know.
It reminds me of the training that we went through where I had to hang up the phone because the guy was teaching you how to lie. It's like, really, guys? And this shit's still out there? This is a car business, isn't it? This is like a flashback. And they say car business is bad. Gosh, jeepers. Well,
Nobody's perfect, so clearly she made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, the value you're creating, you're still earning the business because you're getting them the most for their money, and you're explaining based on your experience why they need to do them.
Right.
Versus someone else who's not going to say a word.
Right. And then just shake their head when they say, oh, I want $300,000. They know they're not going to get it. Cool. Just check.
No worries. Questions are awesome. Anybody else? It's really, again, we had already said earlier, it's like computer training. There is no such thing. This is you do it on your own and bang around and ask questions of us anytime you have them, of course. But I will tell you that I'm the price trend analysis fan at this point, thank goodness, as of this morning.
I read some of it. I didn't watch the video yet, but I did read some about what they were doing, and I was really just thinking, you know, there's some. I think from what I saw was that it's a lot of what we've kind of already done, but more formalized.
That's what I was just gonna say. I already do all that, but not on a specific piece of paper.
Right.
And we
I
don't
take the
have a
CMA
range,
and I'm going through.
and to have it computed as a range. And I said during the training that it's actually just one other level of us studying our materials
right.
to make sure that we've got our ducks in a row. So what's wrong with that?
And as
Because you
someone-
are self-managed, and this
Yeah.
way you've got an extra tool to help
Right.
you with that.
Exactly, and as someone coming in new, like, you do that already, but what a great tool.
Oh, yeah.
For me to learn what I'm supposed to do and.
Right,
so,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
It's all good.
It's a great outline for, you know, how we present.
Sweet, sweet deal.
Nice. Well, thank you for your time as always. And we
Thank
have
you.
on time.
Yes.
And you have great resources, and we'll continue the schedule, and the next sessions will just be an hour because they are shorter term. And as you can tell, maybe during the online, they would have read more of the materials,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to stand there and read you things. You're an adult. When you get stuck, and you know, when you sit there and go, you know what, I should read this stuff. There'll be a time. You'll get over yourself. You'll listen.
Yeah, and there's so many training things
There is.
online that anytime you need a refresher on anything.
And I'm going to
pick it up.
email you that link,
Yeah.
because I really think, even though it's from 2006, isn't it funny? It's still all good stuff because it's just the basics and how to do it.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Now, I'll lock the door so you can leave.
Just locked in. Got a chair on the other side.
I always get my audience. I never tell them how.
Great. Mandy took care of my issue, by the way.